हाँ जी सर।
हेलो।
हाँ जी सर।
ये अभी कनेक्टेड ही है ना?
हाँ जी लाइव है ना देख ऊपर।
अभी है ना इसका आप
ये उठ क्यों नहीं रहा है? हेलो हेलो।
ये अभी तक ऑन नहीं हुआ है।
हाँ यहाँ पे भी नहीं हो रहा
आप यहाँ पे यहाँ नीचे आइए ना, ये कर्सर लाइए ना, मैं अभी एक्सेस नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ।
ये कहाँ पे लॉन्ग कर्सर से आ ही नहीं रहा कर्सर। यहाँ
ये
पे तो
राइट हैंड साइड पे दिख रहा है ना, ये
हाँ जी हाँ ये
बिटकॉइन एक्सचेंज होस्ट लिखा है, वहां पे आप वीडियो जो है ना उसको ऑन कर दीजिए। ये मेरा कर्सर दिख रहा है?
हाँ ये हो नहीं रहा ना यहाँ पर, तो ये खाली वो भी नहीं हो रहा, आवाज भी नहीं आ रही इसमें तभी।
अरे म्यूट है साहब, इसलिए नहीं आ रहा।
म्यूट तो हटा दिया ना, म्यूट तो हट गया ना सर इस टाइम।
ये अभी भी म्यूट ही दिखा रहा है मुझे तो।
यहाँ पे तो नहीं दिख रहा म्यूट, यहाँ पे तो लाइव है। अभी आ गया।
हटा दिया ना, म्यूट
हाँ
तो
जी
हट
हाँ जी
गया ना सर
हाँ
इस
जी हाँ
टाइम।
जी हाँ जी। अब ये वीडियो कैसे हटेगा, वीडियो कैसे हटेगा?
यहाँ पे तो नहीं दिख रहा म्यूट, यहाँ पे तो लाइव है। मैं फिर से कनेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, शायद से ये स्लो चल रहा है।
अभी आ गया।
हटा दिया ना, म्यूट तो हट गया ना
हाँ
सर
जी
इस
हाँ जी
टाइम।
हाँ जी। अब ये वीडियो कैसे हटेगा,
वीडियो कैसे हटेगा?
ठीक है सर इसको करें इसको।
लाइव है। हो
मतलब
गया ना? मैं
मतलब
फिर से
हाँ ये
कनेक्ट
चालू हो गया,
कर
वो
रहा
तो
हूँ।
वो चालू हो गया, वीडियो नहीं खुल रहा वीडियो
अब ये वीडियो कैसे हटेगा? वीडियो कैसे हटेगा? ठीक है सर इसको करें लाइव है। हो गया ना? मैं फिर से
हाँ ये चालू हो गया, वो चालू हो गया, वीडियो नहीं खुल रहा वीडियो।
ये हो
अब
गया आपका
हाँ
वीडियो
जी हाँ
स्टार्ट।
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी वो
यहाँ से करना है, यहाँ पे आप कर्सर
नीचे,
लाएंगे ना।
हाँ नीचे से करना, ऊपर से
ये
नहीं,
वीडियो
नीचे
ऑन हो गया।
Hi, sir. Hello. You are on mute.
हेलो।
हेलो।
हाँ जी केशव जी।
जी सर।
क्या हाल है सर? कहाँ पर आए हुए हो?
सॉरी।
कहाँ पर आए हुए हो सर? बाहर हो गया?
नहीं नहीं, ये पीछे का बैकग्राउंड चेंज कर रखा है जस्ट।
अच्छा अच्छा। मैंने कहा शायद
लाइव चला
लंदन।
रखा है क्या अभी? ये लाइव स्ट्रीम हो रहा है ये?
हाँ लाइव हो रहा है ना, देखिए ना, वो जरा यूट्यूब में जाके देखिए ना, हो रहा है।
एक सेकंड में चेक कर लेता हूँ। नोटिफिकेशन तो आया था मेरे पास।
हाँ जी हाँ। आ रहा, लाइव आ रहा है वहाँ पर। वो आपके वहाँ पे भी डाल रहे हैं, आपकी वेबसाइट पे भी डाल रहे हैं, अभी वो कह रहे थे मैं आपकी वेबसाइट पे लिंक डाल रहे हैं, वरना वहाँ पे भी लाइव हो जाएगा।
ठीक है। लाइव इसमें अभी चल नहीं रहा।
आप इसको 2 मिनट रुके तो चालू हो जाएगा, वो लाइव तो है। अभी वो लाइव अच्छा हुआ, आपका वो कैमरा बंद हो गया अभी तो। अब देखिए।
नहीं, अभी जस्ट राउंड एंड राउंड घूम रहा है वो। टोनी कितने बजे ज्वाइन कर रहा है?
बस आधे घंटे, वो आ जाएगा, आधे घंटे के अंदर अंदर आ जाएगा। उसको बात होगी मेरी, वो कहता है मैं आ रहा हूँ बस।
ठीक है
उसको
ठीक है ठीक है।
उसको होस्ट भी बनाना है ना मेरे को, तो उसको होस्ट भी बनाना है। आपने कैमरा बंद कर दिया क्या अपना वहाँ पर आपने?
हाँ, मैंने कैमरा बंद कर रखा है।
अच्छा अच्छा, तभी कर, एक बार चालू करके देखना
यूट्यूब पे
जब।
ना, बट यूट्यूब पे आ नहीं रहा।
हाँ जी।
यूट्यूब पे
मेरे
आ
को
नहीं रहा। मैं देख
मेरे
रहा
को तो
हूँ।
दिख रहा है।
आपको दिख रहा है लाइव?
हाँ जी। यहाँ पे तो लाइव दिख रहा है मेरे को तो।
अभी तो ठीक है। मैं एक बार उससे पूछ लेता हूँ कि वेबसाइट पे लाइव हुआ कि नहीं हुआ।
हाँ वही वो पूछ लीजिए। हाँ जी।
हाँ ठीक है।
Hello? Hello? हाँ जी प्रिया जी।
हेलो हेलो
हाँ जी
संजय
प्रिया
जी,
जी, क्या हाल है?
मैं ठीक हूँ। आप कैसे हो संजय जी? हाय।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। आप बताएं।
हाँ, who is there in the live now?
Actually, we are just waiting for 10 more minutes to get everybody live.
Okay.
Also, we are putting this thing in live in YouTube as well as a live stream. So setting that up.
Okay, fine.
I got a email from Mr. Ahmed.
Okay, what is saying?
But he just sent me back this signed contract. I don't know what he want to do or not want to do. I don't understand.
What he want actually from us?
Nothing. I don't know. He just sent me this contract, signed contract back. That's all.
No, what is the contract all about?
The same one which we, I signed
Discuss.
before last time. This BitXmi.
Correct, but I mean, already we have sent, right? So why again and again?
I don't know. He didn't sign it the first time he signed it, but I don't even know what he wants. So I don't even no idea.
Please be
Okay,
clear.
okay.
No,
We
like
can we can we can talk about it. Maybe I don't know. You have to speak
yeah,
with.
sure. No problem. We will discuss that later.
Yeah, it's not the group for that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, so how things?
Yeah, all going good.
How's the corona thing, COVID thing going on? Is getting better or worse?
Yes. In Bangalore, it is hitting very badly, but not sure like the other places also, hopefully. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, nice.
So Puneet is not there? Puneet Rahul.
I don't know, they will be coming. Puneet, Rahul, and Kate, everything's supposed to become, but I don't know whether they're busy in there because we are having a lot of promotion for our this IEO.
Correct, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I
You should
think.
have, okay.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? I made you as a host, Tom. I made you as a host, so you can be the host.
Oh, you made me the host. Okay, let me change my background. I forgot that I had that on yesterday.
All right.
Okay.
Bless you. Hello.
Is this live on YouTube somewhere already?
Yes, already on YouTube as well. Yes.
All right, someone might want to mute. Okay. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Actually, hold on. I'll be right back. We still have a few more minutes before we start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Три, четыре, пять, ноль, д.
Письки, кола, королева танцпола, письки, кола, королева танцпола, письки.
Как вовремя, блядь, как вовремя у меня залагало, блядь, как вовремя! Что? Какой результат, блядь, какой результат? Сука, какой результат у меня залагало, ёбаная хуйня! Пиздец!
Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on over there? What is that screaming?
I don't know. Somebody's playing his music at the back.
Why are
Славянский секс-шоп «Тихий омут». В наличии имеются всякие разные пивные.
I removed that person, by the way. Well, like you can't have random people in
Can't hear it on.
admin privileges.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody joining or not. It seems to
I mean,
be.
you have some people.
Yeah, I only got 4 or 5, but I'm supposed to have at least 100.
This isn't easy. This is what I always tell people. You think people will come, but these are very difficult. Trust me, I've done a lot, and this is why I can. Well, what YouTube is this aired on?
Sorry, it's my channel.
Can you send me the link?
1 minute. How to send you the link? I don't know how. Is there more people coming in because they're saying a lot of people they can't get in?
Okay, hold on. I shouldn't be the host.
Yeah, you told me to. Can you change the
I
host
should
to
just
me?
have.
Can you change the host to me then? Because otherwise,
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
just click on more and change host to me. Then I can.
Yeah, I'm clicking on more, but it doesn't give me that option.
No, you have to click on my name and then put.
Oh, on your name. Okay, make host. Okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's usually a waiting room, but I don't.
We got 4 more people came in. So
Yeah.
4 more.
Merge meeting room. There it is. I found it. I don't know what that is. Right, but here's the thing: like people shouldn't be participants. People should be because participants have the ability to unmute and just speak. So this can get hectic.
They got like we have 11 people already here now. Hello.
Okay, I got the YouTube. Okay, hold on. That I can tweet out.
हाँ जी सर हो गया सर सब कुछ चालू हो गया यहाँ पे चालू है स्क्रीन आ गया ना यूट्यूब में तो लाइव है ऑलरेडी दिखा रहा है यूट्यूब लाइव नहीं लाइव है मैं तो दिख रहा हूँ मैं तो ऑलरेडी
You got questions ready for me, Sanjay?
Yeah, basically everybody want to ask questions. Don't not only me. It's everybody going to ask question and.
Okay, so we gotta. So here's how we should do this. Oh wait, is this a meeting or is this an actual webinar?
This is how to say Zoom.
This
Zoom.
looks like probably a meeting because you can't raise hand.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna have to manage this one.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now here. Okay. So basically, everybody want to know one thing, like I don't know, can we start right now because we got like 12 or 13 people. They're just joining now because 7 o'clock you're supposed to be.
Yep, we're gonna start in 2 minutes.
Yes. So we got like already 15 people now. So how the COVID thing going on in America is getting worse? Or?
You know, I'm kind of keeping to myself. I'm not going out much. I'm just getting some work done.
All right. Yeah. So maybe we can start in maybe 7 or 5. That's all, and then we can just 2 more minutes. You were saying me about this. It's not that easy. So how they get people in?
Like I said, it's not easy. It took me 4 years. 4 or 5 years of just interviews.
All right.
But I sent out the link to the YouTube channel, so maybe people will watch. Okay. I'm ready. So let's do this. You're gonna have to manage it.
Keshavji, are you there, Mr. Keshav? Yep. Hello. Hi. This is. Let's start then. I don't know if somebody want to come.
Yeah, go for it. Hey guys, for those that may not be familiar with me, my name is Vays. I come from a traditional trading environment. I've been in the crypto space since about 2013. Started publicly speaking and being on YouTube in 2014, writing articles. And now I run my own YouTube channel. You can find me as Tone Vays. I run conferences. This is one of them, Unconfiscatable. There's also a financial summit for traders and exchanges and hedge funds. That's taking place in Bali in November. We're still expecting on making that happen. And there's also a more developer-focused conference on Bitcoin in Malta. That one is being moved to September of next year. Okay, that's my little intro. And Sanjay, you and I met in Dubai. I was in Dubai speaking at a conference. You were at that conference. We hung out for a little bit. Thanks for taking me on that boat ride around Dubai. That was great. And here we are, happy to do an AMA for you guys and your exchange.
Thank you, Ton. This is Sanjay Jain, the CEO of BitXmi. We are basically based out of Singapore, and we have offices in Dubai, London, and Belgium. So yes, guys, anybody, any questions for Ton or for me? We are more than happy to answer any questions. Anyhow, Ton, my question is why there is a sudden pump up
Here
in...
we are, happy to do. Oh, my bad. That's my fault. I had the video playing in the background.
So why there was a sudden bump up in Bitcoin yesterday or day before yesterday, Tom?
All right, guys. So if no one has any questions, I can just take a look at the Bitcoin charts. Things are moving. But I'm hoping somebody will have some questions.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody is there yet now.
People are typing questions in. What's your overall take? What's your overall take on crypto scenario? Well, I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what the crypto scenario means. I am pretty bullish on Bitcoin. I became. Andre, I don't have the power to mute anymore. You have to mute people.
Give me now.
You have to mute Goodwin. That's where the interference is. Okay. I've been pretty bullish on Bitcoin since the big crash early this year when we fell down in early March down to 3,800. I've been bullish ever since, but I am not bullish on altcoins. I think altcoins should be becoming more and more exposed. All right, we gotta mute. Okay, there you go. I think altcoins are becoming more and more exposed. I think it's basically a hot potato. The hot altcoins of this month, no one heard of them like 2 years ago. And the altcoins a year from now will be something no one's heard of now or not popular now. And the popular altcoins now are going to go away. And yes, there are still coins in the top 10 of coin market cap, like Bitcoin SV and Bcash and others. But we all know that they're totally meaningless and they're not going to go anywhere. So these coins stick around kind of like zombies. And until people get smarter in the space and understand the difference between Bitcoin and everything else, I don't think this space is going to get all that far other than speculation. You want the crypto space to go beyond speculation. And to go beyond speculation, Bitcoin dominance needs to get back to that 80-90% range. Before that happens, it's just going to be high volatility, people chasing money. There's Bitcoin at least has some organic demand, but these altcoins don't. And the money fluctuating all through the crypto space, moving in and out of altcoins, continue to make everything volatile. I really like this big breakout in the price. We have finally broken the downward trending line. I believe this is going to set us up for a move to new all-time highs, similar to gold. So similar to gold, we should approach all-time highs. Now for gold, gold broke its very critical line at 1,300. That was a little over a year ago. So it took gold from breaking its critical resistance at 1,375, I believe, up to the new all-time high, which took place this week. That took over a year. So what about Bitcoin? I think it's going to take, even if we go up from here, I still think it can take the rest of the year or even a year to get back to new all-time highs. But right now, we've moved up fairly quickly. I think there's going to be a little bit of a pause here at these levels. We may even pull back down to the $10,000 area. I can certainly see that. But I do believe that with all this money printing, with all these economic problems around the world, Bitcoin is in really, really good shape to go significantly higher. I can't say that about any other thing in the crypto space. I just don't see any potential in anything else that is out there. Okay, Sanjay, you want to read some of those questions that you want me to answer? Because now questions are coming in.
Yeah, you can carry on. Don't, then you can answer the question that are coming in. That's fine.
You want me to just read them?
Yes, but which one? This is a feed. Can you see which one you want to answer? I don't understand which one you want to answer.
Okay, so I see it. So there's a follow-up question from people are calling it a bubble. No, I don't see Bitcoin in a bubble. I saw Bitcoin in a bubble in 2017. I do not see Bitcoin in a bubble now. It's again, I'm going to do a comparison to the NASDAQ, and I can even go to screen share. Sanjay, you mind enabling my screen share? Hey guys, thank you for joining. Nope, screen share is still disabled. There's a setting that says enable screen share.
Spot make host allowed recording remove.
Otherwise, just make you the host.
Can you put your host? I put you as a host.
Okay. So if I look at the chart of the NASDAQ, which is basically our internet, and I take it back, I'm going to look at it from a monthly perspective. And we're going to scale this way back. We can clean it up. We can drop all of the annotations and stuff. So you see, here's the NASDAQ in 2000. And this was a bubble. The NASDAQ moving from whatever price it was, almost zero, like $400, all the way to $5,000. You see, this was a bubble because the majority of the companies that drove this up don't really exist anymore. It was all of those shitcoins and ICOs that we currently have in the crypto space. And then it took a little bit of time to, to work all of this out. It took several years for people to realize that, maybe in order for your company to be useful, you need something more than a domain name with a .com on it. You need customers, you need clients, you need to have some kind of revenue. And it took, about 10 years, 15 years even, right? We topped in 2000. And then here we are. So if we compare Bitcoin to the NASDAQ, this was the big crash after, this was the big 2018 crash. This looks like that secondary crash that we had recently in March. And now we're kind of breaking out past that $14,000 high. So we're like here. So saying that Bitcoin is in a bubble is almost like saying the NASDAQ was in a bubble when we were sitting right here in 2012 and Amazon and Netflix were just getting started, and here we are today. Is NASDAQ in a bubble? Well, some people think it is, but look, it's only double from its prior all-time high. And if we look at it from here, we've gone up 10 times. So we've gone up from 1,000 up to 10,000. And that's since the 2009 low. So that took 10 years for us to get us there. So 10x in 10 years, that's not a big deal. That's 10%. That's not that crazy, to be honest with you. But it is nice. But this was this was the bubble. There may be a bubble in printing money, but I wouldn't say Amazon's in a bubble. I wouldn't say these other companies are in a bubble because Amazon is doing really well. They're basically supplying the world right now because no one wants to go out shopping. Apple as well. Everybody wants that cell phone. So that's why Bitcoin is not in a bubble. But if you look at altcoins, if you look at a lot of these, shit coins that are being popular, kind of like Chainlink. I don't even know what the ticker is. Link. Right. So if we look at Link, you can look at it versus the dollar. You can look at it versus Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. You can look at it versus the dollar. So if you look at something like this, that's a bubble, because there's no usefulness to this token. It's just hype. It's just people buying into those .coms for the name to sell it to the greater fool. There's no organic demand. There's no need for the Oracle service that they're providing. It's all just, the company has the majority of the tokens, and they're like paying for the usage of their own chain in order to create speculation in the token. So that's a bubble, but Bitcoin's not in a bubble. Ethereum may be in the same boat. Again, right now, Ethereum is still being used for, I don't think Ethereum will ever make it to the all-time highs. I don't think it possibly can. So this could be in its own mini bubble and then go back down, because again, the services that they're rendering are no longer as useful. They have a lot of competitors. People will realize you don't need your own money to have a token. So you don't need Ethereum's money to have your own token. So so that's kind of how I see the space. Okay, we have more questions. Let's move on.
Can you put me as a host, Tom, because there are a lot of people waiting.
Sure. There you go. I should have my screen share privileges retained, I hope. We'll see.
How to go back? Yeah.
Turn my camera on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think DeFi is the same like ICOs in 2017? Is it in a bubble? Yeah. DeFi is the same thing as ICOs. DeFi, most of them are ICOs. They're just DeFi is a made up name. DeFi stands for decentralized finance. Well, that's what Bitcoin always was. The thing is, what are you doing with it? Like, decentralized finance is useless. Are you offering a useful product? Are you offering something of value to the end consumer? And not really. You have projects that are letting you borrow money using your crypto as collateral. Why does that have to be decentralized? It doesn't make sense. Banks have been doing that forever. The service of letting you borrow money because of collateral is not revolutionized with decentralization. In fact, all it does is create an avenue for hacks and theft. There's really no innovation in letting somebody borrow money from putting collateral out there. These people that make these DeFi projects, they try to convince you that the evil banks that hold on to your collateral are going to steal it, when in reality, these are the people that are more likely to steal your collateral, even with what they claim is decentralized smart contracts, which they're not. There's always backdoors. And if those backdoors aren't on purpose, those backdoors are by accident that a hacker will exploit. And we've seen that time and time again. With the current growth of DeFi projects in the crypto ecosystem, how does, well, it's a question for BitXmi, right? So it's not a question for me. Sanjay, it's a question for you on your exchange. How do you guys plan to get into the DeFi game? You want to unmute?
Yeah, we are not entering into a DeFi exchange right now. We are just going to be centralized, and we are based. We are not going into the DeFi mode now. Okay, next question.
Again, a question for you. How is your exchange different from other exchanges?
Basically, our main USP are we have low trading fees and withdrawal fees, and that is the one of the main reason. And also, we expanding. We have recently we are opening up in Australia as well. BitXmi Australia will be launched hopefully by end of August. So we are expanding in different part of the world, and already we are registered in Singapore. And our USP, as I told you, is low trading fees and low withdrawal fees.
Okay, I have a question about Cardano. Well, it's not even a question; it's a comment, and it's in the YouTube troll box. So Cardano is engineering and innovating on scaling and governance while standardizing interoperability with Ethereum and ERCs. None of that makes any sense. And I'm not sure you understand why it doesn't make any sense. So innovating in governance, if you have, you either have governance or you're not. It's like being pregnant. You are either pregnant or you're not. You either have governance or you don't. Cardano has governance, and therefore Cardano is completely centralized. Cardano is a centralized entity to me. It is a corporation, and ADA is the stock of that corporation. It is more centralized than Ethereum to me. Now, the reason why it's more centralized than Ethereum is at least Ethereum still has a mining structure. So if your project, can you guys mute, please? If your project does not have mining, oh, was I muted? Okay, sorry. So mining adds decentralization to your project. Now, mining alone doesn't make it decentralized, but the non-existence of mining makes your project more centralized. Without mining, the only claim that you have to decentralization is who's writing the code and who is running the nodes. When you have mining, you now have 3 levels of decentralization. Who's writing the code, who's running the nodes, and who's running the miners. So Cardano is simply rewriting Ethereum in a different language. So Cardano is Ethereum's competition, and that's why Ethereum never made sense to me as a corporation of usefulness, because a better Ethereum was always going to come along. Maybe it's Cardano. We all thought it was going to be EOS. I didn't. Is it going to be Cardano? Is it going to be something else? Is it going to be Tron? Is it going to be Qtum? Is it going to be Waves? Is it going to be God knows what else that someone else is writing? The point is, none of that matters. You can build a database to host all this DeFi nonsense. You can build a database to hold all future ICOs. You're just building a database. Now, there's absolutely no reason for this database to have its own money. Ethereum has the Ethereum money. ADA has, Cardano has ADA money. Tron has the Tron money. They all have their own money that they invented out of thin air. Now, the reason they tell you that they invented this money out of thin air is to secure the network. That's bullshit. The reason why they invented this money out of thin air is because no one would actually pay them for the service that they are offering, because no one really cares. No one would work on these projects if there wasn't money to pay these engineers. So you have companies like Cardano, you have companies like Ethereum that invent money that rely on unqualified investors speculating on unregulated crypto exchanges pumping these coins so that the creators of these coins have the money to pay developers to work on these projects, which then spend a lot of money advertising. But if they have this army of holders of the token, they don't need to spend much money on advertising. The army of holding the token will advertise it for you, trying to convince the public to hold the token. Why would you hold the Ethereum token or the Link token if you are not using it? See, when these companies like Cardano and Ethereum claim that you need this token to use the Ethereum network, why are you speculating on it? Like, I understand, like, it makes sense to me why people speculate on Amazon stock. People speculate on Amazon stock because Amazon as a company would do well. They would have more users. They would have more clients. They would sell more AWS services, which is where they're making a lot of their money these days. And there are speculators, but you are not holding Amazon stock to use Amazon stock. You're holding Amazon stock to speculate on their clients. So you are holding the Ethereum and the Cardano stock to speculate that someone's going to be using those organizations, those companies, those products. But there's really nothing useful there. They're just databases. They're databases that don't need its own money. Bitcoin has a similar layer called Liquid. Not a lot of people are using Liquid yet because Liquid doesn't print its own money, so it doesn't have the kind of resources to advertise and create an army of bag holders of the Liquid token, because it makes no sense. We're all holding Bitcoin. There is a Liquid Bitcoin that is functioning in order to run the Liquid sidechain, but it's one-to-one pegged to Bitcoin. So you have to lock up your Bitcoin, convert it into Liquid Bitcoin in order to use the Liquid sidechain. So it's not being promoted because there's no financial incentive really to do so, because Bitcoin has its own dynamic of why you would want to hold Bitcoin. So these are just database layers. And eventually, if there is a need for this DeFi stuff, Google will run the layer, Amazon will run the layer. And why would you need this volatile speculative token of Ethereum or Cardano if all you're looking for, guys, you have to mute. If all you're looking for is a layer to build your project on, and if that layer is not decentralized, and it's not, like Ethereum proved that it's not decentralized with the DAO hack, Cardano is going to prove they're not decentralized sooner or later. I know it's not. You just need an incident to prove it. And so what's the difference? What's the difference between running your DeFi contract on Ethereum, where the Ethereum gas price can go through the roof if the system gets busy, like what happened in March, and all these DeFi contracts kind of got wiped out. Why would you do that? Why don't you build your DeFi project on a much more stable layer that Amazon will probably provide you? Amazon can shut you down just as easily as the Ethereum Foundation can shut you down. It really doesn't matter. So a lot of these projects will go away over time because they don't provide any efficiency to the general marketplace. Okay. So the short answer is Cardano engineering is not innovating anything. They're just rewriting it in a different code base.
Okay, next question is, what do you think about the block stack building in the Bitcoin?
Again, I don't think anything about Blockstack. I don't think Blockstack is building anything really that useful. And that, once again, there is a misalignment of incentives. Blockstack also created a utility token that they got licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission to be a utility token. This dynamic that your security token is also a utility token is nonsense. If the concept of utility tokens as security tokens made sense, again, I'm going to go back to Amazon. Why doesn't Amazon allow you to use Amazon stock to buy on their website? Why doesn't Netflix allow you to use Netflix stock to buy a subscription? This dynamic of I am a security token and a utility token at the same time makes no sense. It makes no sense, and it will eventually destroy your product. So Blockstack also has, I can't see them having any customers. I don't see what kind of value Blockstack's providing that customers would pay them for it. So Blockstack will only exist as long as there is speculation in their token. Once the speculation in their token ends, these projects are going to die because they don't provide anything to the end consumer. Nothing. They're all just competing with each other for speculation on the token. Eventually, they run out of funding. These are just hype concepts that I don't know what Blockstack's been up to. I was following it. I mean, they've pivoted 3 times as to what their business model is. And their latest business model never made sense to me. They're building some kind of database layer for these dApps. And just like Ethereum, just like Cardano, just like a dozen others. I mean, you can try and choose which one is going to succeed. I would rather hold my money in Bitcoin. I also see a comment that says liquid doesn't equal decentralized. So this is the big misconception. Liquid is built on top of Bitcoin. So your most underlying layer is decentralized. Now, Liquid itself is no less decentralized than, say, Ethereum itself. But Ethereum itself is not decentralized. But at least Liquid is built on top of a decentralized layer, which is Bitcoin. So while the Liquid sidechain may be slightly less decentralized than current Ethereum is a lot less decentralized than current Bitcoin. And because Liquid is built on top of current Bitcoin, it makes Liquid by default more decentralized than Ethereum, no matter how you slice it, because of its underlying foundation. All right, what else we have? I got 30 more minutes for you guys. You're muted, Sanjay.
Okay, the next question is asking is, what is the views on NEO?
None. I stopped paying attention to it. Again, NEO is another one of these projects. None of them make any sense to me because none of them are decentralized. You can't just build decentralization. You are either decentralized or you're not. It has to be organic from the start. You can't just say, I'm going to get a bunch of guys together. We're going to start promoting this thing. We're going to write the code. I'm going to stay the leader. And we're going to wave a magic wand. And bam, we have decentralization. No, that's not going to happen. So NEO, again, all of these projects in the crypto space, they all have one purpose, just one. Print money for you and your team so you can get perpetually paid to work on the project. That's it. That's it. NEO is no different.
Okay, the next one is Stone. Where you use the Bitcoin dominance?
Bitcoin dominance has dipped a little bit this year. It's been fairly steady. I wrote an article in the beginning of the year, and in that article, I said that I expect Bitcoin dominance to trend towards 80%. So let's see how this Bitcoin run-up goes. It's possible. A lot of people think that these altcoins are gonna, pump harder than Bitcoin, but I think that Bitcoin can still run away with the Bitcoin dominance percentage. I still believe that Bitcoin dominance is going to rise very, very soon. If Bitcoin dominance doesn't rise, then we are dealing with another crypto bubble. If Bitcoin dominance doesn't rise, if Bitcoin dominance stays in the 60% area and the price of Bitcoin goes to 15, 16, 17,000, along with these altcoins, Ethereum going to like, I don't know, 600, maybe it's 600 now, I'm not even sure. Ethereum going to like 600, 700, all these other tokens going up as well, then all of it's going to crash, Bitcoin included. But if Bitcoin is running away, if Bitcoin is pulling away from the dominance, if Bitcoin dominance is approaching 70, 75%, then I think this Bitcoin rally will be sustained a lot better and stronger.
The next one is, what do you think about ERC? Think about ERC20 token, Ethereum 2.
I don't. Ethereum 2.0 was supposed to be with us already. A while ago, Vitalik was talking about going proof of stake, which will remove a giant layer of decentralization from their project. And so Ethereum going proof of stake is going more towards centralization than away from it. When it happens, how do you just go and tell your billion-dollar mining industry, guys, can you just stop mining? Vitalik sent that famous text message, hey guys, can you all stop trading? He's gonna have to send another one of these famous text messages. Hey guys, can you all just stop mining? Good luck with that. Ethereum is gonna fork, like it already forked. About 3 or 4 years ago, I said that once Ethereum forks, there's going to be an ETH, which is Vitalik's private company, Ethereum. That's going to be the ticker ETH. And there's going to be ETW. ETW is going to stand for Ethereum Work. The miners are not going to want to give it up. And a leader will emerge on the mining side of Ethereum, the way leaders emerged on Ethereum Classic. Though Ethereum Classic is a silly name, and Barry Silbert couldn't keep being the leader because he would be under serious SEC violations if he did. So Ethereum Classic turned out to be leaderless. But if a leader emerges, a big charismatic leader on the Ethereum mining side of the equation, then Ethereum is going to split. And all these ERC20 tokens, all these, ERC, 677 or whatever the other standards are, all these tokens are going to have to choose. Are they going to stay on the mining chain or are they going to stay on the Vitalik chain? And it will be very interesting which way they go. Right,
okay, what is better, POW or POS?
Well, POS is not a decentralized system. You need mining. The innovation of the 20th century is not Bitcoin, it's mining. That's what created Bitcoin. Mining created the decentralized database that was needed to make Bitcoin. Proof of stake is not innovative at all. Proof of stake has existed with us for thousands of years. A king and the oligarchs of a country run that country by proof of stake. The king of a country has the most to lose if he is overthrown by the subjects. So that's your proof of stake system. It's a caste system where the rich just get richer. You have a lot of coins, you stake those coins, and you earn more coins. There's nothing innovative. There's nothing capitalistic. There is no innovation in proof of stake. It is complete nonsense. It was invented by a man named Dan Larimer, who then invented Pro Shares and then BitShares and then Steemit and then EOS. All of them have been proof of stake systems, and they're all nonsense. EOS is dying. Steemit's pretty much dead. BitShares is dead. Who the hell still uses BitShares? And no one's even heard of ProShares. And And he's going to build another one because he just wants to print more money with another token. Proof of stake makes absolutely no sense at all. One of my, I mean, it's, I think it was Samson Mao who said it at a conference once. He said, proof of stake is basically a joke, but most people still have not gotten the joke. He said this years ago. And proof of stake has been proven to be nonsense by going as far back as 2010, 2011, when people tried to make a better Bitcoin after Satoshi's invention. And it was laughed at back then. It has hype. The tokens can rise in price, but there's no sustainability in proof of stake.
Okay, the next one is, do you think Bitcoin will become a base currency against gold, or is coming in coming years like earlier it was gold?
So I think Bitcoin actually has a chance of becoming a global currency. I can't see gold becoming a global currency. Basically, I'm sorry, gold cannot function in today's modern technological age. The only way to use gold is if the gold is centralized. So the government would have to hold the gold and then create a currency backed by that gold. So that's really the only way to have gold as a currency. Now, because of modern technology, if gold was to become a currency again, you will not need silver because gold can scale. You can back gold up by dollars or euros, and it can scale to the smallest of payments, no problem. But the gold itself is centralized, has to be held centrally. Bitcoin doesn't have to be held centrally. So Bitcoin has a much higher probability of being used as a global currency by everyone than Bitcoin has a much higher chance of being used by currency by everyone than gold. So I just don't see, even if the government decides to go back to a gold standard, which they probably won't, it'll be a very short transition period before people realize that Bitcoin is just so much better. I see a question about delegated proof of stake versus proof of stake. There's absolutely no difference. There is a technical difference, but there's absolutely no economic difference in the proof of stake systems. They're all the same.
Okay, the next one, the next one is, do you think in the next bull run, BTC can go up to 150K?
I don't think so. I think that's a big number. I think the next run will turn us below 100,000. I think if we go straight up, see, it's not about the number. It's about how fast you get to the number. Again, I'm going to go to the NASDAQ chart. Oh, I can't screen share. Sorry. Lost my screen share ability. There should be a button that says allow screen share. If you can't find it, you have to make me the host.
No, I will make you host. I will make you host.
All right, so go ahead and make me there it is. Okay, so let's go back to the NASDAQ chart, right? So here's the NASDAQ chart. That was the no one denies that. We are now double the value of the NASDAQ bubble, more than double. So if Bitcoin more than doubles its prior bubble top, that's about $40,000 per Bitcoin. Okay, so that's quite hefty. Now, how fast do we get there? Do we get to 40,000 next week? If we get to 40,000 next week, get ready for a big crash. But if we get to 40,000 in, say, 2024, that's not that big of a move, right? So if Bitcoin like doubles its all-time high going into the next halving, that's probably not a big deal. We can fall a little bit, fall maybe down to 30,000, and then start going towards 150. But yeah, if we get to 40,000 this year, that's going to be a pretty big move up in need of a big correction. So 150, if we get to 150 anytime soon, expect an enormous crash. And people will lose a lot of money in that crash. Now, I also see someone saying that whales are holding lots of Bitcoin, but don't you think it's centralized? But as opposed to what? Sure, is Bitcoin more centralized than US citizens holding US dollars? As far as, first of all, that doesn't make it centralized. Holding Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not proof of stake, the amount of Bitcoin you have doesn't make it centralized. Basically, if you, Keshav, personally held 50% of all the Bitcoin, that will not make Bitcoin centralized at all. You do not have the ability to create more Bitcoin simply by holding Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin was a proof of stake system, it would absolutely be centralized because the amount of coins that you hold directly corresponds to how much control over the ecosystem you have. The amount of Bitcoin a whale has doesn't give him any more control over the system. Roger Ver was one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin, and look what happened to him. So that does not make Bitcoin centralized. Let's end that correlation. Now, on the flip side, give me a better solution, because every single cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin is a lot more concentrated in the hands of a few. So sure, is Bitcoin more concentrated than US dollars? Probably, but Bitcoin is still the least concentrated coin amongst crypto holders. Like, I guarantee you there's people that own way more percentage of Litecoin. It's probably 100 people own 80% of all Litecoin. You're not going to have 100 people owning 80% of all Bitcoin, trust me. They're all these other coins are way more centralized. So you're not going to, and here's the thing, it's impossible to create a more distributed cryptocurrency. It is literally impossible. Find me another cryptocurrency with millions of dollars worth of that currency sitting at a landfill somewhere because a person threw it out. That should tell you right away that Bitcoin is the least concentrated currency there is. I think very soon people will start choosing freedom, decentralized systems, which we're already witnessing. No, you're not witnessing any of that. They're not decentralized. See, here's the thing. You think that they are decentralized, but they are not. I'm telling you, they are not. It's an illusion. You think they are decentralized the way a new video platform that nobody cares about doesn't censor your videos. The moment these things start to get big, you're going to see how centralized they really are. It's an illusion of decentralization. Bitcoin is the only one. I agree with you. Bitcoin actually has a huge chance of displacing centralized monetary systems. Yes, it does. I agree 100% because Bitcoin is decentralized, but nothing else in the crypto space is. And a lot of people don't understand that these things are centralized. You just don't see that they are because they are too small for you to notice, or there's not enough pressure on them from those with guns to prove to you that they're centralized. See, you don't realize that, your project is centralized until you're in handcuffs, being told that if you want to see your family again, you need to do this with your system. And that's when you realize exactly how centralized your project actually is. Bitcoin has the advantage is that there's nobody you can put in handcuffs to prove that your system is centralized. What do you think about Hyperledger? Well, Hyperledger, I don't have a problem with Hyperledger. See, the thing with Hyperledger is that Hyperledger doesn't have a coin. Hyperledger claims to be a decentralized system, but it's not. Hyperledger, I believe it's IBM. And Hyperledger is probably what people will be using because it doesn't have the silliness of a utility token that fluctuates in value based on speculation. So Hyperledger, eventually, if they keep building on Hyperledger, eventually when people move from Ethereum because the token economics don't make sense, and they go to Cardano and they realize the token economics don't make sense, and then they move to, you know, some other system because they realize the token economics don't make sense, eventually they're going to move on to a system that is either on a stable coin or doesn't have a coin at all. I think we talked about altcoins enough. All right, guys, we have about 10 more minutes. I can glance at the price. I have the chart up. So right here, I felt yesterday that a short-term top was in. I am now looking for a 1 to 4 day correction or a 1 to 4 day slowdown in the appreciation of the price of Bitcoin. I sold some of I had a long trade that I've had since this green arrow. I took the profit on that trade yesterday. I took it at a slightly lower price than the price you see right now. So I got out of that. I got out of partially. I didn't get out of fully. I still think FOMO can take us higher. We reached the target of the triangle breakout, and I think we're in need of a little pullback. I think this breakout out of this giant triangle and over this trend line is significant. And I think Bitcoin is ready to start challenging the all-time high. So that is my outlook on the price of Bitcoin. I am pretty bullish, but in the very short term, I think the price needs to slow down right here. All right, Sanjay, you want to unmute?
So guys, any other question for Vays or for BitXmi before we end up the session? And thank you for everybody who joined our session this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. If any more question, we have just 5 minutes more left before we end the session.
Guys, look, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with trading these altcoins. There's nothing wrong with speculating on these altcoins. There's nothing wrong with trading. But what you have to understand is none of these projects are going to last long term. None of them are Tesla. None of them are Amazon. None of them are Netflix. That's not it. Even if I'm wrong, if one or two of these projects does become the next Amazon or Tesla, you have no idea which one it is. None. So enjoy trading, enjoy speculating, but do not get stuck holding this thing for the next 10 years. I believe Bitcoin will be with us in 10 years, but I don't believe anything else will. So there's nothing wrong with speculation. People used to, this was what penny stock trading was. It still is. You can go and buy the next Google for 5 cents, but what's the probability that it's actually going to be the next Google? buy the 5 cents, buy the 5-cent stock. If it pumps to, I don't know, 50 cents, take your 10x profit and get out. So, you know, feel free to trade it, but don't get married to these ideas. They just don't make any sense at all. And if you start doing research, if you start thinking about it logically, don't listen to the people building these ideas. Listen to the people that knew what these ideas were from the start and were like explaining why they never made any sense. And the only reason why they're popular is because their tokens happen to be pumping. Again, I see Kick. If you just Google my name and Google Kick, I called it an unlicensed, unregistered security when it came out. I told the CEO he's probably going to get arrested. I said all this back in 2017 or 2016, whenever the Kick was announced. I said all that, and then look what happened. He almost got arrested, but he's in court now. He's probably not going to do any jail time. But I warned them of this because all they did was create an unlicensed, unregistered security. That's all it is. There is no need for any of these projects to have their own money. Now, the Telegram, I mean, these are securities. I mean, it's not good that they shut down the Telegram token. I actually didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a security, and they they should have filed it as a security.
Okay, guys, then we call it a day. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you, Tom, for spending some time with us, and we appreciate as a BitXmi you assist us. And thank you all, guys. If any question, just send me a PM to my email ID, that is sport@bitxmi.com. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Sanjay. Good seeing you again.
Thanks,
Later,
man.
guys.
Bye.